So I'll borrow a line from a story that Forbes did about Vishal in 2021. How Vishal Bali is giving a fresh life to India's crippled healthcare sector and making his investors rich.
It's been a well-spent 30 years. Me, at the end of that first year as a management trainee, I enjoyed the stint so much. Did I realize that I would end up doing it for 19 years? The answer is no. That's how I also ended up becoming the CEO and managing director of the company when we merged with Fortis Healthcare in 2009.
Tell us something that Forbes hasn't covered about. Let me begin by telling something. Not only you would never want to be pitted against Vishal in a boardroom battle, but you would definitely not want to be pitted against him on the tennis court either. As an entrepreneur, why did you choose to build in India? Because while there is tremendous scale, monetization is also super difficult in India.
The humongous humanity that you can serve in this country, you can't do it in any of the other countries.
Is insurance coverage also probably one of the reasons why we don't see like breakthrough companies in that segment?
Spot on. So insurance is the catalyst of change for healthcare. Reason why you don't really see new models in healthcare evolve very quickly in the country. I've led the multi-specialty life all my life. Then you could potentially build through the single specialty route many hospitals within that same given period of time when you would do one large multi-specialty box. And that was the thesis here.
Barbarians at the gate, coming, infusing capital, ruthless cost cutting. There would be a lot of sentiments involved when you first go to assets.
Yeah.
How do you take care of that? How do you address that?
We want to be the anchors of the change, and we don't want our counterparties to feel that we are driving change on them. We'll come in with our capital, but we'll also come in with our operating expertise. So if you see that the number of hospital chains that have got started in the last 4 or 5 years is minuscule.
Yeah. So recently there was this comment by the Honorable Supreme Court, after which there was a bloodbath in the healthcare stock. How do you look at, let's say, this one black swan event, and how do you look at the policy framework in general in India?
So Vivek, that's the dichotomy that we live with, right? The biggest learning is that we need to create a financial ecosystem at the back of the entire healthcare ecosystem.
Do you have an ideal image in mind whenever you hang your boots? Are there certain milestones that you would want to achieve, or do you have an imagery about how it should be?
I think, Vivek, it's more important to put your experience to work.
There's this movie that I really like, A Beautiful Mind. It has the story of Professor John Nash, and all his colleagues comes one by one, put their pen in front of the desk as a sign of respect. I would go to the extent of saying that your career, whatever you have accomplished, reminds me of that scene.